Thinking about moving to Cochrane, Alberta? Well, you're in for a treat. This place has a great mix of small town charm and big city convenience. Whether you're looking for a family-friendly neighborhood, top-notch schools, or a peaceful spot to call home while being close to outdoor adventures, you'll find it here. Today, we're going to take you on a virtual tour of Cochrane and check out why so many people are drawn to this area in Alberta's Rocky Mountain foothills. Plus, we'll be going virtual house shopping for every budget, from condos to townhomes and single-family homes. And let's get started right now. If you're new here, this channel is all about living your best life in Alberta's beautiful mountain towns. So, if you're into exploring stunning mountain towns and finding the best places to live and invest, from Canmore and Banff to Cochrane and Calgary, then be sure to subscribe below and tap the bell for notifications for more amazing content. My name is Peter Mejia, and I'm your go-to realtor for Alberta mountain living. And we get calls every day from people just like you. So whether you're moving in a couple of days, weeks, or months, feel free to reach out. All of our contact information is in the description. You can reach out via text, call, email, or our favorite, schedule a Zoom. And we would be happy to help you make a smooth move to Alberta's Rocky Mountains. Before we begin, I do want to take the time to recognize the traditional lands and territories of the Indigenous peoples who have lived and cared for this land for countless generations. Cochrane is situated on Treaty 7 territory, as well as the historical regional homeland of the Metis. We acknowledge and respect the histories, languages, and diverse cultures of the First Nations, Metis, and all First Peoples that have taken care of this land. We are grateful for their contributions, which continue to enrich our communities today. Let's start with the basics. Where is Cochrane? Well, let's dive on the computer and find out. So we're starting off with a big picture to show you where Cochrane is. Of course, welcome to Canada. We're going to be zooming in to the province of Alberta. Of course, we see Edmonton, the capital of Alberta. Below it, we see Calgary, and right beside Calgary, we see Cochrane. Now, Cochrane is a small town just 11 miles or 18 kilometers west of Calgary, making it a perfect spot for anyone who wants a quiet lifestyle but still wants to be close to the city. And Canmore in the mountains is just an hour away. Let me show you where that is. So if we move along this way, we can see Calgary, we can see Canmore, and we can see Cochrane right over here. Plus, Cochrane sits right along this Bow River, right over here, that eventually goes to Calgary and then meets with Oldman River to form the South Saskatchewan River. Now let's zoom in a bit more where we see Cochrane right over here. Now, Cochrane actually has some pretty cool history. It was first settled in the late 1800s as a small ranching and farming community. And these days, it's a growing place that mixes with its rich past with all the conveniences of modern life. If you find yourself in Cochrane, make sure you check out the Cochrane Ranch Historical Site. Let's find it right over here. And here it is. Now, this place used to be a ranch, and it's important to the area's history as it's one of the first cattle ranches around here. Now, let's check out downtown Cochrane. And now this area here is downtown Cochrane. And of course, the historic downtown Main Street is located right over here above the train tracks. In the historic Main Street, you'll find it lined with shops, restaurants, cute little cafes, and beautiful to walk around. You will be witness to Cochrane's past as some of the buildings are still pretty old, but they've been completely renovated, so it looks just wonderful. Let's zoom in a little bit and show you what I mean. All right, so this is the zoomed in part. Here it is again. One street west, but the locals call it Main Street. Now, when you walk around here, you have to hit up McKay's Ice Cream. It's a local favorite. and it will be yours too. Now, Main Street really comes alive in the summer with community events and outdoor festivals. So there's always something going on. Now let's zoom out again and show you a bit more. Now, families love Cochrane for its beautiful parks, like Riverfront Park, located right here, and Mitford Park, which is located right over here. Now, both of these parks are joined by the Bow River Pathway, which is 11.7 kilometers and considered a moderately challenging route and takes about 2.5 hours to complete. Let me show you where it starts and ends. So we're gonna zoom out a little bit for this. So this is where the Bow River Pathway begins, and it continues all the way over here, goes all the way down, and ends about right there. And while we're at it, I do have to mention the SLS Center right over here. That stands for the Spray Lake Sawmill Center. And in there, you'll have pool, running tracks, so many activities, curling, workout gym, so much to do that you definitely want to check it out. If you're a family looking for good schools, Cochrane has a bunch of them. We'll start with Mitford School right over here, Cochrane High School right up here, Bow Valley High School, which is on this side of the river, and St. Timothy High School in Sunset Ridge, giving kids plenty of educational choices. Now, for those of you that like to bike ride, be sure to check out the Cochrane BMX Association. It's a great place to try out your skills. Now, a local favorite is Ghost Lake, just north of the town, so let's go there. We're going to zoom out and go a little bit this way, and there we have Ghost Lake. It's a pretty big lake, fantastic for boating, fishing, stand-up paddleboarding, where you can kick back, take in the views, and enjoy some peaceful time in nature. And we'll zoom out again so you can see how close it is to Cochrane. So not far at all. Ghost Lake, Cochrane. Want to learn more about Cochrane? There are more episodes on our channel that you should definitely check out, like the top 10 reasons you'll love living in Cochrane, and the neighborhood tour video that's also a must-see. Now, let's talk real estate. If you're on the hunt for your first home, looking to invest, or dreaming of a luxury getaway, Cochrane has plenty to offer. Right now, the real estate scene here is really hopping, with homes available at all kinds of price points. Now it's time to go virtual house shopping. I'll share a few listings from Cochrane to give you a sense of what's out there in different price ranges. We'll kick things off with the lower price points and then move up from there. All right, let's get to it. All right, now time to go virtual house shopping in Cochrane. Again, we're gonna start off with the lower priced options and work our way all the way up. We're gonna start with an apartment building that is very close. Actually, it is in downtown Cochrane. So let's check out some photos. We have the complex right over here. Very nice property. And let's check out the listing sheet. Now, if you've seen my other virtual tour videos, you will notice that the listing sheet appears differently. And that is because in Cochrane and in Bragg Creek, we use a portal that is around Calgary, whereas from the previous videos, we use a listing portal that is specific to Canmore and the Bow Valley. So let me help you understand a little bit this listing sheet so you can navigate it yourself. The first thing we want to see is that this is an active listing and in residential zoning. We see the days on the market right over here. We know that it's 68. The listing price, the opening price, so it's still staying at the same price. The class, that is an apartment. The city, obviously Cochrane, in downtown. The total number of bedrooms, total number of bathrooms, your square footage, right? And let's see what it says here. A single level unit, year built 2006, and we continue. Suite, no. Low rise, possession, immediate or negotiable, so you can take care of that. And fee simple. So yes, it's the taxes right over here, 1,363. So it'll go up this year a little bit. And of course, we have our public remarks. Lovely ground floor, 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo in the heart of Cochrane. This fantastic unit is located within walking distance to shops, services, and amenities in the historic downtown district. So very well located. Over here, we see the measurements of the rooms. We see more property information. So fireplaces, doesn't have any. Exterior heat, it's other. So you see some things over here. Parking, it's a stall parking. The appliances, other equipment, none. And then we continue down and we see the condo fee is $440.91 per month. And that will include your fee inclusions right over here. Professional management, reserve fund, snow removal, trash, and water. So you will have to pay for everything else. Your electricity, your cable, all that fun stuff. It does have an elevator, and the pets, there's a restriction with pets. So if you were interested in this and you had pets, we would look more into it. That's pretty much the information. And now let's go to our next listing. Our next listing is also located in downtown Cochrane, and it is a row townhouse. Let's check out some photos. And this is what the exterior of the row townhome looks like. So pretty nice. Let's check out the listing sheet. Here we see the same listing sheet, and we have some information. The opening price was $419,000, and it has been reduced to just under $400,000. We can see that it was built in 2004. The total number of beds, 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom. And the square footage, 1,280. Let's continue over here. Possession immediate or negotiable. You see that we'll keep scrolling down. And the information, end unit, which is very nice. 3 bedroom, single attached garage, central location. Check out this fabulous end unit townhomes in Cochrane's East End. So East End is right beside downtown. Boasting 3 bedrooms, this bright and cheery unit features lots of windows, 9-foot ceilings, and a great room kitchen and laminate floors. We'll continue down, and here we have some more information. We see that the basement is full, unfinished. There's laundry in the basement. And what else can we see from here? There's all the stuff that is nearby. We have the parking, what it comes with, the appliances. And let's scroll down more. We see that the condo fee is $371, and that includes common area maintenance, insurance, professional management. So again, you have to pay for your cable, you have to pay for your electricity, and you see all the dimensions right over here. So that is this property over here, currently available. Now, our next home is a single family home, and it's located in Sunset Circle. Let's zoom out a little bit so that we see where it is. Perfect. You can get a better idea of where it is right over here. Let's look at some photos. So very nice exterior picture. You can tell that this home has been kept up pretty nicely. Let's look at the listing sheet for it. And we can see that the asking price is $664,000. It is a detached home in Sunset Ridge. We see that it's a home, 2 levels, the year built, 2007. The square footage, 1,987. 4 bedroom, 3.5 bath. And let's continue down. The tax amount, right over here. Voted Cochrane's best neighborhood for 2024. Not bad. Sunset Ridge, way to go. Fully developed basement plus a bonus room. So nice information over here. We'll continue going down to see what more information we can get. Parking, double garage for 4 cars. And we see the appliances. We see that there's a shed in the backyard. All the things nearby. And let's scroll down to some room information. All of the information of the room is right there. So great available property right now in Cochrane. We're going to check out another single family home. We'll zoom out to see where it is. Perfect. And now let's look at some pictures. Very nice photo from outside. Let's look at the interior of the home. And you can tell that it's a pretty new build. You can tell that it is modern. Very, very nice. Now let's look at the listing sheet. $684,000 in the subdivision of Heartland. It's a detached house, 2 levels, new home, 3 beds, 2.5 bath, the square footage, And let's scroll down to the description, and we learn a lot from the description. This one's got a big description. And let's scroll up to see what other information we can get. And we see the room measurements. We see the property information over here. Again, all the features, the parking, the fees, $400 annually, the room information. So yes, this is a great property currently available. And now let's check out one more property, single family home under $1 million. And let's zoom out so we see where this one is. Again, in Sunset Ridge. Let's click on it to see the photos. Beautiful home. I love how modern this property is. All right, now let's check out the listing sheet. In this listing sheet, we see that it is right below $1 million. Again, in Sunset Ridge, a detached home, 2 levels, built in 2011. It's got 3 bedrooms, 3.5 baths. It's got 2,600 square feet. And let's scroll down. The description, which is amazing to know. You get a lot of information from the description, like right here. Walkout home with unparalleled panoramic views. It's really nice. And then we're going to scroll down to see more information. And we will see that it is a basement is finished. You have the parking for 4, double car garage. You see all the features in here. Breakfast bar, granite counters, high ceiling, kitchen island. For the lot features, you see that it backs onto green space, low maintenance landscapes, no neighbors behind, pie-shaped lot. So it is interesting to find that information. And of course, the room information over here. So those are some examples of listings that are currently available in Cochrane. If any of these listings intrigue you, you want to find out more, my information is in the description. All right, we've covered a lot today, but before we wrap up, let's talk about your next step. Cochrane isn't just a place to live, it's a lifestyle. And if you're thinking about making the move, I'd be thrilled to help you find the perfect place here. Want to kick off your home buying journey in Cochrane or anywhere in the Bow Valley? You can save a ton of time and effort by getting property listings that match what you're looking for sent straight to your email as soon as they hit the market. No more endless website searches or worrying about missing out on a great find. And getting started is super easy. Just reach out to me, whether by text, call, email, or even a Zoom call, and we'll chat about what you're looking for. We'll go over the type of home you're after, how many bedrooms you're looking for, your budget, and any extra features you'd like a garage or basement, for example. Then, I'll set you up on our listing portal for absolutely free. And after that, you'll get emails whenever a property that fits your criteria comes available. It's really that simple. You can click on it to check out details, photos, location, and more. A lot of our clients are from other provinces, so this is a great way to keep tabs on the market and jump on any opportunities when the right place pops up. Thanks again for joining me on this virtual tour of Cochrane. If you have any questions or want to know about the real estate in Cochrane or anywhere in the Bow Valley, feel free to reach out to me. My contact information is in the description below. Also, if you found this video helpful, be sure to like, share, click the bell, and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of our new videos about living your best life in Alberta's mountain towns. Comment below with any questions or topics you'd like to see me cover in future videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, keep living that mountain life.